Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. Whippy! Alright, so before we get started today, just wanted to let you know in April I'm coming to England, Manchester, England to do a workshop. In March I'll be in Seattle, and in June I'll be in Florida for a workshop. So you can check out all the information on my events page through silvertunes.com on the link below. Today, what I wanted to talk about was really my sort of irritation behind studio tests and the more I hear and what's even just happened to me. So about, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, so different areas where you put your name out there, right? People say, how do you find work? How do you find jobs? Well, you gotta just be active on social media. Am I a big proponent of every day bombarding social media? No. I don't necessarily believe in that. I think you put stuff on there when you're ready to say stuff. You don't just put stuff up there just because, oh my God, I got to put something up today. It could be detrimental to you. But you want to put stuff just around. There's a lot of different websites and even something like LinkedIn. It's amazing to me. I always wondered, like, LinkedIn, what is LinkedIn all about? What's the real purpose of it? I know I kind of like the idea that there are more industry connections. When you're connecting with people, you know where they work and what they do. It says who they are, whereas opposed to Facebook or anything else or Instagram, you got to dig around just a little bit so we know right away that they're an industry professional and you can connect. So I feel like there's a lot of things positive about that, and because of that, and myself being on LinkedIn, I get a lot of contacts. People out of the blue contact me to do certain jobs. I go, wow, that's an interesting, almost like job board. And I'm not posting anything. I just have my profile on there. But because I say I'm a character designer, people may be typing character designer and they find a list of all the different character designers. Now, the problem with it, there's been some legitimate things that for sure I get contacted where they're real legitimate. And other times not. You just don't know. But this is what you got to be very careful about. So I want to talk about a couple things. So maybe about a month ago, month and a half, I got a contact from Snapchat. And Snapchat, we know, is very large, very huge business, very huge thing that's happening. And I got contacted by them to say, would I be interested in possibly working for Snapchat, doing something, and it piqued my interest. It's like, yeah, I love doing freelance work, and I'll freelance for whoever wants me to do freelance for them. If it sounds like a cool project and it sounds fair and it's legit, I'm going to do it. So I got in contact with them and I spoke to the girl, ended up speaking to the girl on the phone. You know, this is very important. You can't do everything through email. You got to build up your confidence. You got to talk to people face to face as a commodity, which is essential in this industry. This is something you cannot avoid. If you're very shy and you don't like talking to people, well, you got to snap out of that. You got to start building up your confidence, and that means just getting yourself out into certain groups where you're forced upon, maybe it might even be an acting class, where you have to be in front of people and break out of your shell. But you got to talk to people, okay? So I'm talking, because this is what they're judging you on. People think, oh, I'm just being judged by my artwork. And some people go, my artwork is so great. You know, again, I don't know that. I mean, some people think that, but, you know, they think that, you know, I'm developed, I'm good at what I do, but I'm not getting any jobs. Why aren't I getting work? And a lot of the time is because you have a shitty personality or you can't even talk to someone, and people are getting a feel from you when they talk to you. So this is part of the job interview. There's a show on TV right now called The Job Interview. If you have a chance to watch it, and it's real people getting interviewed, and you go, oh my God, can you believe that person said that? But what a great lesson to learn how to go into a job interview. Important stuff to understand beyond the art, okay? So don't think this is all about art. I honestly think that You can succeed in art if you're a mediocre artist, in all honesty. If you're average and maybe your artwork is about, 40% out of 100%, but you have a dynamic personality, you can go a long way in this industry. You could have 100% skill level, 0 personality, and you're not going to find any work. So just, again, I just want to throw that out there. And so anyway, got a conversation, great conversation, boom, boom. Again, you got to just be able to roll off the tongue and just speak and just connect and not be like crickets on the phone and no conversation. Anyway, talking to her, I wish I would have asked her. The one thing I regret, I didn't ask her how much, and usually I don't. That's why I can't say I regret it, but I usually don't ask people straight away, how much does it pay? In this case, I sort of wish I did, because the way the conversation was going, I regret saying, what's the salary? I talked to her about freelance. They weren't too keen about freelance. They kind of want someone to be in-house. I don't want to work in-house anywhere. It was take me about an hour and a half to drive to the location that it was. I'm not going to do that. And they said, but maybe we can freelance. Anyway, we followed through. I signed this non-disclosure sort of agreement, but the submission form. And you got to be careful. A lot of times there's going to be a non-disclosure, which they want you to sign because they don't want you to tell about the specific project details, right? And this wasn't a non-disclosure. This was a form submission that they had me sign. The form submission was basically saying everything I turn in, everything I do is 100% theirs, okay? Okay, I get that. I understand that. You're going to own that. I don't necessarily, I'm always in line with that. But for this form submission, and it was going to be a test, but I'm like, whatever, okay? Sometimes when you're in a certain place in your life, you're going to be like, whatever. I don't know that it's going to go that far and things really going to happen. I'll sign it. I'm kind of curious. I was signing it really out of curiosity. Fine, you can have the rights to this. Then I get the test from them of what they want me to do. They want me to do 2 to 3 character turnaround. So redesign create a teenage character, create a costume, and do 2 to 3 turnarounds? Are you kidding me? For a test? And more, then I started email, and again, this is where, it's not ego or anything, but I'm just like, where did you find out about me? Where did you discover? Because why are you having me? I got enough stuff on my portfolio where you can give me, and I understand tests, believe me, I understand that people can work in many different styles, but all of a sudden on that one specific style they can't do, and the companies end up wasting their money because they're hiring someone to do something which they cannot do, say, straight against curve. They just don't understand it, or they can't go super cartoony, or they can't go super realistic, but they got a lot of other good stuff. I understand that, okay? I'm not bashing tests. But what I don't understand is when they want you to do multiple variations. Like I can get, okay, doing 1 turnaround, just if that's what you want the production designer to do, is turnarounds all day long. You want to see what they're going to do. But 2 to 3? Come on. You don't need to do something like that. That's ridiculous. And then they wanted me to do storyboard poses and this other thing. I'm just like, forget this. I'm not even doing this. I'm not even going to do it. And then that's when I asked, I said, what do you pay? What is your budget? Again, they didn't tell me, what is your budget? They want to know what mine is. And I told them mine, and I went higher because I didn't want to do this. So I said, hey, if they're willing to pay this rate, I'll do it. But if they're not, so of course they didn't want to pay the rate. I have a feeling they probably don't pay the artist that well at all, is my hunch. And again, it was ridiculous. And just, again, be careful. And then, just all these tests and these things, and just what I heard was going on just with Rockstar Games. Again, it's just insane. They want you to take a test. You're doing a test for them, and the test is almost about 70 plus hours of your time. They want you to design this and this and this, where if you have the stuff in your portfolio, they can see what that is. But the thing that alarmed me about what they're doing at Rockstar Games is they own your test. They own it. You're not allowed to share it, post it, do anything else with it. And you can create this awesome model, and they, in all honesty, can just redo the skin on the thing, the texture. They can take your model and manipulate it and do certain things, and they got something which you would never know in a billion years of this car that's in a background, you know, or a weapon or anything else that could be in there that they could readjust and retool, and you have no ownership of it. You're not even allowed to post it, not even use it for your portfolio, which is a bunch of BS to me. And I don't know why, you know, again, I know people, they want to get these jobs and they want to get in there. Most of them are going to get into jobs and realize after a while that they're miserable doing these things. But it's just the way the system is. You're going to school, you're learning, you're developing, you want to get a job at these things, and you want to be able to say, hey, I work at this studio, and you're paying off your student loans. And it can be a very dangerous thing to walk on. The only problem is that, hey, I don't have a problem with the test, but come on, companies. Don't stop someone, an individual, from being able to take that. They've spent 70 plus hours, maybe 40 hours of their time, and not allow them to put that in their portfolio, to be able to represent themselves and to show their work and all this time they've put into to build their own exposure and put themselves out there to other companies. So my advice to you, if this is something you want to do, get in there. Again, you're going to have to be willing to walk away. That's just, it's all about timing, okay? And sometimes you're going to have to walk away from these things. But what I would say to you is, if you're going towards a certain studio, a certain company, make sure you do your homework and your research. And if you're looking at a certain game and you go, oh my God, all they do are dragons, and you don't have any dragons in your portfolio, but you have some other sort of stuff that you do, you know you're going to get tested to do a dragon. So why not create a bunch of dragons yourself that you own, that you can do with what you want? Maybe you might even use them for your own intellectual property down the road. Maybe not right now, again, timing. But you own them to where they can purely see that, oh my God, this guy does awesome work, and this could totally fit within our game, to where maybe they're not even going to test you, maybe, and maybe their test might only be a fraction of what it is for someone else that has nothing like that. Maybe it's a car game, maybe it's military stuff, and you've created all these guns and weapons and futuristic spaceships. Create it for yourself first, so that you don't even have to do it for the test. And if they're asking for a ridiculous test, it's going to be up to you whether you're going to do it. But my advice is, you probably got better things to do, maybe, or just keep pursuing other avenues. Just the bottom line is, get great, get good, develop that skill set to where you become an asset. And again, you're going to have people like this Snapchat, they found me on not on Instagram, on LinkedIn. That's how they found me. They don't know who I am, and I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. It's like when I go to conventions, about 70% of the stuff that I sell at conventions are from people that don't even know who I am, because they always ask me, I'm about to sign it, do you want me to sign that for you? And they go, oh, you're the artist? And I love that, because it just solidifies the your work, that someone finds value in your work and not just your name, okay? Because that can happen. People go, oh yeah, it's easy for you to say because you're so established and you have a name and you have all this. And no, you're never like that. You got to build that up. That name will eventually come, but it only comes through all your hard work, you're drawing your persistence and your skill level to where people are recognizing you because of your skill level. And there's value in that. So it all comes down to perception of value. What makes something value? It's almost like what's going on with this Bitcoin. What's going on with the value of it? Perceived value. It's like, why do we perceive value in paper money? Well, because people have said that it's valuable, it's backed up by gold, and well, really it isn't, you know, and all this other stuff. But we've become so accustomed to these things that we sort of follow it, and that's why things can change once the value and someone determines and says, you know what, there's value on this now. Oh, that drawing right there, you mean this right here? Is this little model thing that you have right here, this is $20,000? Yep, $20,000. There's only a few of them. What? No way. You know, okay, I'll buy one, right? Where really, no, it's only about, you know, $40 or so. But the reality is, it's that perception. So these are the things you have to understand, okay? Another thing I just want to mention is a bunch of, through LinkedIn, a bunch of the riffraff you're going to get. You know how many people have had contact me that turn out to be absolutely nothing because I dig on them and I'm persistent and once you throw that word out, I'll put together a contract and send something out. You know how many people I don't even hear from again? Oh, no, don't worry about putting together a contract right now. Good, just got rid of that riffraff. Otherwise, when you tell someone that you want 50% or a third of the money up front with these clients, that they may sound legitimate. You research, well, they sound pretty legitimate. Just recently I had a guy, I thought this guy was going to be another one. Again, I've had many. Another guy I thought was legit. Had a conversation. Hey, this is how I work. Great. Let me put together an estimate for you. Don't ever feel like you got to rush into giving someone the price. Just let yourself think for a second. Hey, that's great. Let me put together an estimate for you and then we can continue talking from there. Within your estimate, make sure that you write, for new clients, you require 50% of payment up front. 50% of payment up front, written clearly in the email, in your estimate. You send it to them. Hey, no, this sounds great. Okay, wonderful. You know, sometimes you'll never hear back from them. And other times you go, okay, no, great, we'll be in touch. Maybe never hear back from them because that's scared. They know, oh my God, I didn't get free stuff from them. I thought they were maybe going to get all excited and they were going to send me, they were anxious and they could tell all their friends and post about it. Hey, I'm going to be working for this company and doing this and it's so exciting. And you just, that energy's there because this might be your first job or something that you think is going to lead to something, and you rush it and you show this person and this client your artwork, and before you've made any signed deal or contract or any money up front, and then you get bamboozled and you get screwed. And this is what happens. So make sure you just keep your eye out and you're aware. But again, just watch some of these tests. And I know it gets exciting, but some of them are just out of control and you're going to have to be prepared to say no to some of them. Just know in yourself that if you are developing your skill and you keep improving and you know for yourself you're getting better, that this opportunity that you may think is great right now, the timing's not right and it may not be the best thing. And don't fret and don't frown and don't be afraid and don't think your life is over. It's not, I can assure you. It's just a matter of timing. And I'm telling you, we are living in this world of people don't know what to do. We got so much content. You know, there's so much content that needs to be created. You just need to decide what direction you sort of want to take your life in and direction, all right? So that's it. Thanks again for watching. If you're interested in partaking in one of my workshops, my Level Up workshops, which is improving your drawing and your career and your mindset and just really improving upon your habits and pushing yourself to the next level, be sure to check out what I'm doing. I'm excited about this. It's, I think it's, I love it. I love what I do. I love teaching. That's my real purpose and passion. And when I get the ability to go to these different places and do it, it's a great experience and a lot of fun. So check it out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Hello, this is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertunes.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey, all right? So you can go to silvertunes.com, go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks.